episode 2 of the Staycation Summer Series, an exploration of New Brunswick. I'm Tosh Taylor.
And I'm Jenna Morton, and each week this summer, we're inviting a new guest to the show to share their love for this province.
Now, we've picked some of the best local ambassadors from around the province to tell you what to see and what to do, where to stay, what to eat, and just what there is to love about their community.
And next up in our virtual tour, we are going to the Miramichi. And who better to guide us through than the mayor himself, Adam Lordon. Welcome to the Staycation Summer Series.
Well, thank you for having me, ladies. I'm excited.
I am so excited. I was saying just before we started to record that I keep forgetting about how many things there are in the Miramichi region that I keep meaning to go see. So I'm so excited to just dive into this and hear what you love about the region.
Well, there's so much. I don't know if we'll have enough time, but we'll do our best.
Perfect. Let's start things off about you talking about Miramichi. Why don't you describe the Miramichi for us?
Amazing. Well, you know, it's funny. A lot of people, we think all roads lead through Miramichi, and everybody seems to have a Miramichi connection. When I'm out there traveling as mayor or for my work, you know, everywhere I go, I can easily find somebody with a Miramichi connection. But, you know, really, I think we're river people, right? Life in Miramichi is all river. It's been that way for generations. It's looked a little different, but you know, now in the last few years, what's been really exciting is more than maybe ever before, we've built our lives around the river in terms of using it for recreation and using it as something that we appreciate, both on the water and from the shores. So over the last number of years, we've seen new businesses popping up that relate to the river. Each year, there's more boats and more kind of boats in the river. We've got kayaks and paddle boards and canoes and, of course, pleasure crafts. The bass fishing kicks off our tourism, our summer tourism season in May now. Over the last few years, unfortunately not this year, we've had the Striper Cup bass fishing tournament. And I can tell you, ladies, I am by no means a fisherman. But in May, in Miramichi, even if you are very unskilled like me, all you basically have to do is drop the line while you will catch multiple bass. So it's a great activity for people like me who lack patience, for families, and of course for fishing enthusiasts.
You are speaking to our hearts. So, yes, make it easy. So easy.
We want that instant gratification, right? So I remember going fishing with my parents as a kid, and you know, you're out there and you're not getting anything. And so this is fishing for the short attention span generation.
I love it. It's so true though. Yeah, we go fishing with the kids and they're just like, they expect to catch something right away. So good to know.
So really, the other thing I would definitely want to mention is that, you know, in Miramichi, and I've been back home now 6 years and mayor for 4. But there definitely is a revitalization, a renewal. I call it a renaissance happening in the community, and we've invested into almost every one of our parks across the city in the last few years, and we've renewed those park spaces, those community spaces, and working with private businesses into renewing our downtowns and bringing new life into the downtowns. And I've been so thrilled to watch over the last few years. We've had all these exciting new businesses, lifestyle type businesses like coffee shops and yoga studios and nice decor stores and new cute cafes on the town square, all opened by young entrepreneurs who are maybe moving back home or taking over family businesses. So it's been really great to see this new life and this new energy, and coupling that with newcomers. Of course, we're a popular retirement destination, but in the last year we actually led the province of New Brunswick in attracting newcomers from across the world. So we're seeing more diversity and more energy and excitement in ways that we haven't seen in a long time. So if you've not been to Miramichi in a while, it's time to.
You're just making me that much more excited to go again. I love it. It's funny, you mentioned, you know, the parks and the spaces. So the only time that we've done a family trip to Miramichi was last summer. And we made the road go through. We were on our way back to Moncton, and we went to the waterfront, and is it Ritchie Wharf Park on the waterfront? Yes, it was beautiful. And there's a play structure that's built like a ship with a nod to the shipbuilding history and the river. And it was just absolutely, I'm standing there going, why isn't everyone here all the time?
Well, and that park is absolutely the Ritchie Wharf Boardwalk Park is a crown jewel inside the city. They say it's our #1 tourism destination by the numbers, and you're right. At that location, generations ago, there was shipbuilding happening, and so of course we honor that. But that park is one where over the last year been energy and investment into renewing the boardwalk. That new playground that's a lot of fun was donated by the local Rotary Club, and in fact, as we're living now in a unique time and in the COVID world, and just last week that we've announced that playgrounds will be reopening, and Ritchie Wharf Park is part of our strategy. The playground, the splash pad will reopen. We're also putting there and at the downtown Chatham waterfront as well, designated family eating locations. So we'll actually have staff in Ritchie Wharf Park and on Waterford Green watching the park, sanitizing the tables. So you can come down with your family, order a takeout or bring a picnic and have a safe place to enjoy a family meal. And then the city staff will clean that up quickly for the next folks to come through after use. So we've, in terms of being able to try to find that balance between, of course, staying safe, and we can't open everything, but we've sort of focused on bringing people into the downtowns and on the waterfronts and providing that safe experience for them.
Awesome. That's, something I didn't know about Miramichi. And I guess it's probably naive of me to think with your giant river that shipbuilding happened in the Miramichi. So what other kind of like hidden secrets or cool stories about the Miramichi can you share with us?
Well, that if you really want to hear more about the shipbuilding too, Beaubears Island is a National Historic Site inside of the city. And they have a beautiful interpretive center. They do have, of course, you can take the pontoon boat over to the island. There's beautiful hiking trails, but it's steeped in history. And Sean McCarthy is the director there. And I went to high school with him, actually. He is a character in and of himself. And I think that's one of the things I love about Miramichi is we often call it River of Character. And there are some big personalities, and really we come from a storytelling culture. So everywhere you go, you're going to meet very interesting people who are going to love to tell you some type of interesting story. And one other sort of interesting fact that I love to share with people is apparently we have more sunny days or more sunshine per year than anywhere else in New Brunswick, just by nature of where we are. So, it's always sunny in Miramichi. Well, maybe not always, but mostly. And that pairs really well with a lot of the adventures we have. I certainly want to say, I've talked a lot about the city already, but of course we're a big region of Miramichi and we work together, especially on tourism. In the last few years, our branding has become Atlantic Canada's Great Outdoors. And there are so many great outdoor adventures you can take, of course, in the city, but also in the surrounding areas, again, around the river, in the forest. ATVing is very popular. But of course, sunny days help when your main tourism offering is outdoor adventure.
Very true. Speaking of that, so I know a lot of people will think of Miramichi in terms of tubing, because that's certainly a very popular activity and one I have to admit I have not done in New Brunswick yet. I've done it once in my life and it wasn't here. But I have ziplined over a river up there.
Yes, well, I was waiting. I knew that tubing would come up. And it is truly one of my favorite activities. I've been going tubing in that river since I was a little kid, upriver almost every year. And then when, coming home, it was an activity you look forward to, gathering a few friends. So it's really a perfect activity for families, for young adults, for people of really any age to just get out on the river. There's a number of proprietors now, so there's 2 or 3 different companies. Usually you can get in a tube and float down the river in about 2 hours. There's longer runs, shorter runs, so it's easy to customize it for whatever you're looking for. You can get a cooler tube if you want to bring some cold beverages or a picnic to stop halfway down the river. But a very fun experience, something I would definitely recommend people include on their Miramichi itinerary. And the zip line is very exciting too. However, unfortunately this summer, the zip line won't be operating because of health restrictions and a lot of the close contact that happens there. But certainly that will give you another reason to come back next summer as well.
That's exactly it, right? Like make a plan, fall in love with the place. And if you can't move there, you may as well summer there.
Coming back.
Yeah, just make sure you come back. So when someone visits, where's the first place you take them?
Well, I guess my experience would probably be driven in, a couple of places. First, we'll start in town. I'm a bit of a foodie. We've recently, and full disclosure here, I'm one of the co-owners of a new craft brewery in Miramichi, the new Maritime Beer Company, which this spring. So I would certainly begin with maybe taking you to the brewery, having some craft beer, and then probably a bit of a foodie experience in town. So over at Ritchie Wharf, Avera is a wonderful patio on the river. They've got great small plates, appetizers. We probably go there as well. Probably have to stop at a coffee shop because I'm definitely a coffee shop kind of guy. And we've got Mill Cove, Creative Grounds, and Calico Cafe, 3 great local coffee shops, all run by local entrepreneurs, all delicious Americanos. That's my drink of choice. Or in the summer, maybe an iced coffee or an iced tea. And then we'll probably head over to the O'Donoghue's Irish Pub, who also have a patio, Riverview patio, where we can finish off with some food. And there's a new Gabby's Pie Shop in downtown Chatham as well that just opened up. And these little pastries and baked goods. So we probably should have went there with the coffee. It's a little out of sequence, but that way we're gonna eat and drink our way around the river. But then my true favorite in terms of outdoor activity is I'm absolutely a Kishimelquack National Park guy. So people don't really realize or connect those dots, but Kishimelquack National Park is only about 25 minutes, 30 minutes from Miramichi. So it's a perfect day trip. In my opinion, Kelly's Beach is one of the most beautiful ocean beaches in our country. And it's 25 minutes from Miramichi. We love to go camping there every summer as well. And then you can, rent bikes, rent canoes, hike the bog. There's a lot more going on in the national park. But for me, if it's sort of a day off and I'm looking to relax, re-energize myself, I'm heading to that with a magazine and spending my day there.
This sounds like a perfect day or two right now.
You had me sold on the beer.
I know, yeah. You spoke again right to our hearts right from the start. I have to say, and when I was in Miramichi last summer, enjoyed beer at O'Donoghue's, and it was fantastic. Even just the building.
Well, and that's a heritage building, of course, that's been beautifully restored to be the Irish pub. And of course, Miramichi is Canada's Irish capital, which we should mention. And we are the home of Canada's Irish Festival on the Miramichi, which again is one of those things that unfortunately isn't happening this summer, but certainly brings people out, and we'll look forward to that and our other festivals returning hopefully next summer. But we've got to get the plug in for being the Irish capital.
I'm with you on that one, clearly. Yeah. Very Irish over here, very Irish. So let's say someone's coming for an overnight staycation. Where do they stay?
Well, I think you've got a lot of options, and it depends, again, what you're sort of looking for. So in the city, if you're, maybe you've got a family and you're looking to make it easy. So of course the Rod Hotel in downtown Chatham, right along the Miramichi River, is a beautiful choice. The Howard Johnson Hotel over in downtown Newcastle, which is very close to the brewery, by the way, is also on the waterfront. And then there's the Econo Lodge, which is also in downtown Newcastle. And all 3 of these hotels have on-site restaurants. So the Rod restaurant, of course, and Jane Street Bar attached to the Howard Johnson, both also have riverfront patios, which are really great. even to check out, even if you're not staying there. And Tunnel Lodge has Chatter's restaurant attached to it as well, which is a great sort of multi-Asian cuisine. They've got sushi, which I love. It's delicious. They've got a lot of other great options too. So if you're looking really for the in-town hotel experience, those are going to be great choices. There's a number of campgrounds. The Enclosure Campground is right across from Beaubears Island. Beautiful river views there as well. And then there's a couple of cool options. Just outside of town, there's a treehouse camping. So if you are going with your family looking for something kind of fun and interesting, the treehouse cabins would certainly be a great choice. Again, you could base yourself at Kishimoquack at the campground there as well. So there's a number of campgrounds and cabins. Storytown upriver in Doketown is a great place, and they've got paddle boards you can do on the river, which are a lot of fun, and those are private cottages as well. So up the river or down into the ocean, or the city, there are a number of great options depending on what you're looking for.
I've heard a lot of people who very much enjoy those the treehouse cottages. Yeah, because just the sound of it, it sounds so fun.
Well, and especially if you're toting little kids around too, right? Like, what a cool concept.
Absolutely. And I mean, very, very Instagram worthy, I would think.
Yes.
Totally.
Yes. Yeah. I think it speaks to several audiences very well. I'm wondering what about the community and the region really stands out to you? What makes you proud to be from Miramichi?
Well, I think it's the people. And I touched on that a little bit in terms of the character, the big personalities. You know, my career is in media, in directing and producing film and television. And I like to think that a lot of that came from growing up. And, you know, aside from that, it's how we take care of each other. And we learn that time and time again, certainly in the beginning few months of when COVID arrived and people had to stay home and follow the rules, and not just for themselves, but for their friends and family and for their neighbors, for the community. You know, it was an act of citizenship to follow the rules, and it still is. It looks a little different now, but you know, and as things are opening back up, people coming back out, going out of their way to support local businesses and their friends and family and of course our essential workers. So, you know, every time we've had a challenge in Miramichi's history, the people always rise to the occasion and come together. And also, you know, with that is that there's a hospitality. People love to host. We love to show people our community, give them the secrets of where you can find the best this or that, and really make them feel welcome. Going to come for a weekend or a week and then maybe come back time and time again. So, you know, I think the people are what makes it beautiful. That's what I love, that and the natural beauty. So when you've got great people and amazing natural beauty, you just can't go wrong.
Absolutely. I think it's pretty easy to see why you would want to be mayor of such an amazing place. And I mean, you don't see mayors as young as you as well. So it's really cool to see you jump on board so quickly. And, you know, especially to help Miramichi right now and any part of New Brunswick with the way things are going and these staycations this summer.
Well, you know, it's sometimes it's about perspective too. And, you know, I lived away. I lived in Toronto for close to 10 years and I came back home a few years ago, as I mentioned. And, you know, then all I could see was the beauty, just the beautiful river and the potential of, you know, some things maybe weren't care of, could have been or should. So I couldn't help myself but to try to get involved and get on council, and one thing leads to another. But there's just, you know, so much potential and opportunity, and it's been really, really fun in the last few years to just see, to be a part of, but a small part of with so many other people, renewing the community and seeing it come to life and seeing that vibrancy return has just been fantastic. And now we want to share that with everybody. So this summer for our fellow New Brunswickers, it really is a great time to rediscover the mighty Miramichi for sure.
I love it. I think it's, you know, it's a theme that comes up often with Tosh and I and what we talk about, that idea of when you're proud of where you come from, when you love an area, even when you go away, it almost amplifies it. And especially when you then come back and you can see all the potential you can bring from your journeys. It really is. It's such a powerful thing that we can give to, you know, the next generation, to share this love, but also sometimes, you know, nudge people to go visit other places once they can and come back with ideas.
Well, and that's all. I mean, you're getting that relaxation and that vacation, but there's also that stimulation on vacation. I'm always, you know, watching what people are doing, how they're doing it, you know, whether it's something as simple as a menu item or a paint color, just something that makes an experience, right? And so not just as a mayor, but as an entrepreneur myself and as somebody who works in tourism, video content quite a bit, what are the things that make something stand out? And oftentimes they're very little things. So you just sort of appreciate those things and then try to bring them home and exactly, we're always trying to improve and appreciate what we've got, but build on those things. And traveling and whether it's within our own province and staycation can be inspiring. And I've had the fortune to work with Tourism New Brunswick quite a bit in the last few years. And so I've traveled our province and shot it from a tourism perspective. And there are so many beautiful things that many people might not even realize we have.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right about that. And I'm so excited for this summer for people to get out and realize what we have. Absolutely. So if you wanted people to come visit Miramichi before we wrap up, how can they get more information about your amazing city?
Well, they can message me. No, I'm just...
You'll take them on a tour.
They, you know, there's a number of places. So discovermiramichi.com or maybe it's .ca. So it's Discover Miramichi is the regional river tourism association. So that's going to be a great central portal. As a city, miramichi.org, but we're plugged in with Discover and you know, just there's a lot of great information online. And of course, these days too, it's all interactive. So if you find something interesting or something that you're curious about you know, check on Facebook, send them a message. Hopefully they'll get back to you. So certainly there are a lot of great online resources. And when you hit the ground too, as I mentioned, the locals will not be shy to share their thoughts and their recommendations all the way through. So there are a lot of great resources out there to really make your Miramichi vacation for whatever you'd like it to be.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us this morning.
Well, and thank you for having me. Good luck with the rest of your series, and hopefully we'll see you both in Miramichi this summer.
I'd say Definitely. You can count on it. Yeah.